Most years, Memorial Day weekend marks the beginning of the backpacking season. It's the first 3 day weekend leading into the summer, and my buddy Brian and I have planned some pretty interesting trips on that weekend. We faced some inclement weather here and there, and some other challenges, just kind of trips where maybe we came out of the gate a little too hot. We overplanned for that first trip of the season. We weren't mentally or physically prepared for some of the adventures that we planned. This year, for whatever reason, Brian and I just couldn't get a trip together. We had other things going on in our lives, and so a backpacking trip just wasn't in the cards. Instead, my wife and I rented an Airbnb in Larkspur, California, which is a tiny little town in the Bay Area. And we found this Airbnb that let us bring the dogs, had a gorgeous little backyard with all kinds of beautiful flowers. And we just spent the weekend relaxing and enjoying our time. We did find on All Trails this open space preserve that had a ton of different trails we could do. So we spent quite a bit of time in there over the course of the weekend. And I just wanted to share some of the highlights of this beautiful space that we found. The Blithedale Summit Preserve is 639 acres, all interconnected with these fire roads and footpaths. So while you're out there, you can kind of choose your own adventure and decide how you want to experience this beautiful space. So Des and Gracie got a little tired, decided to head back to the Airbnb, and Kiki and I are going to connect a bunch of trails in this open space preserve and walk home. The route I'd mapped out to get us home was approximately 5 miles. We had 914 feet of elevation gain and 2,138 feet of elevation loss. And that was on top of all the day hiking we had already done that day. So it was kind of a hard day, but it was so beautiful in this area that it was absolutely worth every single mile.